I'm Richard Logothetis, and I purchased this property. It used to be called Shady Brook Cottage in 1981. I've been in town since 1975, actually 74. I purchased this piece of property, which is partly wetlands, and the purpose of the property was I own a business that manufactures theatrical lighting, and I was on Long Island. I needed to find a location that I could live and also have a shop. The house dates back, but it was built not at one time. It was built as the main house was built as in 4 different sections. We believe the earliest section, which was a small cottage, 1 story, a bedroom with a loft, and it was called, as I said, Shady Brook Cottage. And then sometime later, they took the loft and made it into a 2nd story, and possibly at the same time, or maybe sometime after, they moved to and built the building to the left from the road, looking from the road, and made another section. And then ultimately, probably in the early 1900s, built the rear section, which included a kitchen, another bathroom, and the first part we believe was late 1700s. The next section, which was to the left, we found an 1839 penny in the woodwork when we rebuilt it. Now, the house itself was the town eyesore. I mean, if you saw the post office at that time and the house, it was the town, everything was overgrown and it was not in very good shape. However, for a period of about 10 years, we went through major renovations. About 25% of the building is still original. The original foundations, for the most part, are there. All the heavy timbers, which were in excellent condition, except for one piece at the back of the house, which we replaced. And so the bones were good. But it was necessary for me it had been remodeled because it had been, for some time, a 2-family house, and windows were moved and things were just muddled. So I took the best parts of the architectural features of the house, returns, eaves, the front porch, how that was done, and rebuilt them and redesigned, reestablished where the windows are, rebuilt everything. So what you see from the front is actually all new.
It was, without a doubt, the town eyesore. Weeds as tall as people, front porch covered with junk and feed bags and everything you could imagine. And the reason we looked at it was we knew a real estate agent and we were just dying to know what it looked like inside. It was a joke. There had been teenagers and animals living there unattended for a long time, that you couldn't even stay in there for more than 2 or 3 minutes at a time. But the size of the house was adequate. It was sturdy. It had a building, so we didn't have to find another building for Richard's business. And we, to everyone's astonishment, said, we'll take it. The house itself, though, we have, for the 3 different building periods, 1700s, 1800s, 1900s, we have 3 separate basements, all slightly different from each other. The people who owned it right before us didn't know there were 3 basements, thus could never keep the pipes from bursting in the winter, because they were bursting in the basement she didn't know existed because the weeds were covering the basement door. That's how silly these things are. Most of the house during the 60s was lived in as a hippie commune, which means there were no real interior features to salvage, except the upstairs bedroom floors, which are original, wide, hardboard floors. The well outside the back door is 8 feet deep because we're built on a 4-foot water table. During heavy rains, our basement does not leak. It just comes straight up from the bottom. And if the water table stays high, the basement stays high.
Well, we really love Sugar Loaf. It's a unique community. Been here for a long time. Try to work to make the community better. Once the community is better, then everybody's better. One of the things that I've been doing for the last 20 years, Susan and I have been doing for the last 20 years, are on the lawn concerts. When we ran the theater, we started from there, and now they run every Thursday during the summer in our backyard, which used to be where chicken coops used to be. But the whole idea is that work for your community, invest in your community. It will come back manyfold.